Hello, I am Ricardo, and this is my final project for Psychology and Sociology of Business. And for this assignment, I'll be talking about Brene Brown's book, Dare to Lead, and a few concepts that I will be interpreting and applying it to the workplace in the future. So the first concept of the book that I found most interesting is to always have trust among your employees. Build a culture of trust, as it says on the book. And it basically entitles being open with your employees and your employees so that your employees are open about like to you and like they're honest with every problem they have, and it'll make them feel a lot safe in the workplace. I personally will be applying this to the workplace by speaking to my employees every day, tell them how they're doing, if they need anything, be like there for them for anything that happens, and make sure that they feel safe and they're being well looked after in my company. So another concept I wanted to add to this project is the concept of being courageously vulnerable. And what that means is being brave enough to show up when you don't know the outcome or what would happen next, even so that you're vulnerable, you're taking risks. So this is a very good for being like this in the workplace, because it'll first of all it'll taking risks will get you somewhere, and people who take risks win, as Brene wrote in her book. And I would like to add this to the workplace by making sure that people will not like overestimate themselves, and but also won't underestimate themselves, and hoping that my employees will be courageous enough to take risks, and make them winners too, not just me as the CEO. So I'd be more into the idea of being courageous in the workplace by being vulnerable. And that means in any market and in starting in any business, you will be vulnerable because you're putting your own money into a future that you're not very sure about. So the last concept in this book that is very important is knowing that you at some point will fail, and the moral of the story is you have to be resilient. So I'm planning on in the future teaching my employees resilience when failing, so that they don't stop and they keep going. Because if you like, then to never give up. This will make a workplace a much more comfortable and forgiving place, but it's also a place where people don't give up, and they will keep striving to do great things, and not just stick with their failures and thinking that they're not going to be capable of doing anything because of these failures. People learn from their failures, so it is very important for the people in the workplace to learn from their failures and keep going forward so that they have a bright future ahead of them. And I will also apply this to myself, and knowing that if I fail, it really doesn't matter. It only matters how you keep going and whether or not you stand up again. So this has been my summary and my reflection on the book by Brené Brown, Dare to Lead, and it is a very good book for leaders and managers in general, as it will help them have a good playbook in the future for how they will do their business. So thank you.